Hi, I'm Professor Larry Louie, and welcome to Accounting. In our course, which will span 3 weeks, we're going to have one goal in mind, and that is financial literacy. What is financial literacy? Well, in some respects, it's looking at financial statements that are generated from companies. And another respect, it's if you're inside the company, how do you use financial information to make decisions and recommendations? We're going to touch on both those topics in our time together. To some of you, the idea of accounting may seem scary and intimidating. You may have faces that look like this. That's not what we want. We want this instead. We want a feeling like I can conquer it. I could go to the top of the mountain. I will be fearless. And I can tell you that if you apply yourself over our course, you will be able to learn financial reporting and how to do analysis, and you will become financially literate, at least to a greater extent than you are today. This is a one-page summary of our course, color-coded, of course. The green represents financial accounting, and those are, as I mentioned, external financial reports that anyone can get for publicly traded companies. The blue section represents accounting inside of a company. That's often called managerial accounting. In this course, we will cover both topics, both external financials and internal decision-making using some tools. The yellow bars represent deliverables. The first deliverable, which is the Monday after we start our class, is a project. You will be presenting financial analysis of a company to your classmates, and that's the first deliverable. The following week, we'll have a test on financial accounting. Note that the test on December 14th will be based on the material in green. So we're going to cover material, and you'll have a weekend and a couple of days during the week to review the material and get ready for the test. And then the last test, which is the last day of our class on December 18th, will be just on the second topic, which is managerial accounting. So our key deliverables are a financial analysis project, a test on financial accounting, and a test on managerial accounting. We'll also have homework every day so you can see how well you're doing, and that'll help you prepare for the test. In addition to these formal sessions, we'll also have optional review sessions before each of the two tests. So that's our course, 3 weeks to financial literacy. The grading components is as follows, and this is straight out of my courses, so you can see it directly yourself by going to our course. First is we have the accounting test, which is 40% of the total grade. Second is the managerial accounting test, which is 25% of final grade. Third component is the team presentation, which is 20% of the entire grade. And finally, homework, which is worth 15%. And those will be combined in order to get your course grade. You should note that the homework, we will throw out your single lowest grade. So you have one mulligan. For you golfers, you know what a mulligan is. To you non-golfers, it means you can make one mistake and it won't hurt you. During the first week, we'll be working in our workshops on financial analysis, which will lead up to your first deliverable. Each team can select their own company so long as it doesn't conflict with another team selection. So there is a Google Sheet that I will post in my courses for you to meet with your team, decide who you want, and fill that out. You don't have to fill it out before our first class, but you may not get the company you want. So that's your encouragement, is to talk to your teammates, see what company you'd like to analyze, and fill it out on the Google Sheet. And you can change your mind as well. It's not permanent. We can discuss it when we get together 2 Mondays from now, and you can change your mind. So before our first class on November 30th, you must do 2 things. The first is watch the videos. We use a flipped classroom, which means I do not lecture in our class time together. We do workshops, we do problem sets, we do cases, and we'll do discussions so you understand the material. Secondly, please fill out the student survey, which is non-graded, but it helps me quite a bit know the breakout of the class in terms of your background and also what your career interests are. So in my examples, I can use examples that are more relevant to your interests and your career direction. And then I recommend, but not required, that you get together with your team, as mentioned, and pick a team. Here's a couple of thoughts. The best companies to pick are those that have products or services. And it could be software, but beware of anything that's a financial service. So a bank, an insurance company, or investment companies are difficult to analyze, and a lot of the tools we'll be learning are not applicable to these financial institution type companies. And note that it's first come, first serve. So once you come up with 2 ideas that you want as far as companies, go ahead and put them in the Google Sheet. So that way the other teams can see which companies have already been selected. I will not choose who gets what. It'll strictly be first come, first serve. And if you want to buy a textbook, please do so during next week so we can allow for shipping time for it to get to you. It's not required because everything that I expect you to know will be covered in the videos and in our workshops. All right? So welcome to accounting. In the week between now and our first class, please, of course, finish up your work and take care of at least watching our videos for the first class. You'll see much more about accounting, our methodology of teaching, etc. in those videos. See you a couple Mondays from now. Bye-bye.